This is the Fish Tank review of Oz the Great and Powerful. And Scruffy, and we're reviewing the movie Oz the Great and Powerful, starring James Franco and directed by Sam Raimi. Now, Scruffy, you have anything good to say about this movie?
Yes, it's an amusing movie. It is. The characters are done well. They picked hot women. I know that.
Oh god.
That leads into what I kind of hated about how they wrote the movie, but it's like they picked hot women, and then they had several really good one-liners.
So you're saying the movie's funny?
Yes.
Thank you. That's all you need to say.
And it's very visually aesthetic.
Aesthetic just means looks. Visually, looks. So, I'm gonna see if I can piggyback what he says. The movie
aesthetically pleasing.
Is, thank you. It is aesthetically pleasing. This world is wondrous. Like, everything just gives you this sense of awe. The characters are done well, as he says, except the main character, James Franco, who, yet again, he has his moments of acting where it's like, oh, this is real good. And then he has, like, these weird facial emoticon expressions where it's just, I don't know, it's kind of out of place. The story is essentially how did Oz get there, and the origin of the Wicked Witch, who is, I'm not going to spoil who it is. You may or may not see it coming, but I'm not going to spoil it. We're not going to spoil it.
Okay.
Alright. And so...
Bubbles.
Scruffy, do you have anything bad about this movie?
Well, yeah. One of the biggest things that kept pulling me out of the movie is Oz would have this character where you would see him and he's somewhat like a moderate kind of, okay, he's not completely a horrible guy, but he's not completely a good guy either. He's leaning more towards the bad.
He is a con man. That's his shtick.
But then you, like, see him with women and it's like, well, fuck you.
No, you see him with women and you know, only thing on his mind is he wants ass. Like, it's on his mind.
How he did it, how he went about doing it is one of the things that really just, like, fucking pulled me out of the movie because it did not fit what the character was to me. Because of how they established the character and how... Well, I watched the original Wizard of Oz.
No.
And it's like...
Don't do that.
Fuck.
You realize that the original, he's like 80.
Yeah, I know.
You realize he's a young, virile man who wants ass constantly.
I know, but the thing is, it just pulled me out of the movie a lot. And even in the old one, he's still a bit of a dick.
Well, okay, let me see if I can go by that.
And this thing was, like, heavily based on, like, morals and shit, yet the main character had, like, fucking no morals.
He had some morals. He knew when to help people. That was his thing. Like,
oh, yeah, and then it's like, hey, look, I'm going around. Oh, help? And then come back into character. It's like, oh, shit.
That's who he is. It's like a character, it's morally character-driven. Like, it's kind of his redemption. Like, at the beginning of the movie, he says, I don't want to be a good guy, I want to be a great guy. But being great, does that mean being good? Mm-hmm. And that's what it's kind of like the story's all about. Now, my bad. This movie is very heavy CG, which means that while it is visually stunning, James Franco, not being CG, stands out heavily. And they do these big pull-away shots where it takes me out of the movie to see here's a real guy, and he doesn't mesh well with the background. It's very it's all green screen, pretty much.
And the hands thing with the doll. So, like, for CG, when
that doll I thought that doll was real sometimes, or like a very good looking prop, I thought, at least.
Well, sometimes, yeah, but then when he went, I really noticed it when he went to pick up the thing.
Like I said, heavy CG.
It's like you did not pick up a doll there. That was really just, like, on that part.
Yeah. Alright, so one of my bads. There's some lines that try to be funny, sometimes they fall a little flat or just kind of like chuckle-worthy. And then how they wrap up kind of like the subplot, like the love story between James Franco and the love interest, I didn't really buy it. Because all this time we're seeing him just kind of like, he's acting like a hero, but he's not. I don't really buy that the love interest would be with him at the end. So they didn't sell that. Rapid thoughts. Scruffy?
It's a good movie. I rate it about a 6 out of 10. See it with your kids. Okay? This is not a date movie. This is a see it with your kids.
There are plenty of dudes with their dates there, but I don't know. Okay, I give this an 8 out of 10. I obviously like it more. I was wrapped up in the world when they didn't take me out with all the heavy CG. I love the characters. I loved how James Franco's going from this particular guy to a good guy. And I love all the characters. I love the origin of the Wicked Witch and how she was just having so much fun in the role. Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. 8 out of 10. All right. This is Caesar. This is
Scruffy.
Oh God, just putting in the voice. And we're no longer Coliseum movie reviews anymore. We will now be Fishbowl movie reviews.
Yay!
The fish tank? The fish tank. That's a better one.
Okay.
We are now the fish tank. And we'll be getting more fish soon. Have a good day.
Send them in.